There you go. All right. Looks good. All right, so I'm looking at Go View from the announcement. Then here says Microsoft Office Excel Specialist Certification. That's the official title of that certificate exam. And there you go. Let me just zoom in a little bit. All right, so there's a semester coming down to stretch pretty quickly. So you have until end of April to take and pass so that you can get credit for your test score. And there are two levels of this certificating exam. Okay, one is associate level, and the other one is expert level, which is highest level in Office. So we're looking at associate level. Okay, I'm pretty sure many of you can pass this associate level. Actually, in fact, we had 5-6 people pass last semester, so I expect the same thing this year. Hopefully, more students. So how to take the exam, and actually this is out of this link, so you can get all those same information. And the way it works is this third company, this testing company is offer you the testing instead of Microsoft itself, so that you pay for the fee. Then this company named Certifort. Okay, Certifort will administrate your exam. So you can do it online, of course. You can do physically if you want it. I don't think that's a good idea, because especially if you're living in Georgia or South, not many areas you can go to and take an exam. So many people take the online exam, probably much easier, right? So that's how it's going to happen. Then first thing, you're going to pick up right Excel exam. You need to know which Excel exam you're going to take, because there are different types of, depending on which version you want to take. But I think there's a very little difference between Microsoft 365 app versus Office 2019. So in terms of Excel skills, very similar. Okay, very similar. Either on 365 or 2019, either one will do that, to the job. So it doesn't matter. Then once you know which one you're going to take, then you're going to review, actually ready for it. And so I'm going to show how, because there are a list of Excel skills this particular test will cover. So that is written by Microsoft people, so you know what you're going to expect. Then number 3, create your Certiport account. Again, Certiport is the administrating company, so you just pay the company, then the company will set up all those exams for you. Okay, so you go through the creating account and all that. Then where are you going to take it, right? So either physically you're going to do it or online. Okay, that's what they call remote proctoring. Okay, so I think they actually do the proctoring. When I took it a long time ago, I think the proctor will proctor multiple test takers. So there's only one proctor, then could be 10, 20 different people taking tests, even though it's remote. So that's what happened a long time ago, but I don't know what they do these days. But according to students took last year, I think it was pretty straightforward. So you're not going to have any issue with this proctoring or online exam. Then once you decide which one you're going to take, either physically or online, then you purchase the voucher, exam voucher from either Certiport, or I think here's another one you can click. I think there's a couple of websites you can go to and purchase the voucher. So right now it's $100 if you take it physically. So you go to a testing center, then take it. But if you do the remote or online, that's $135. All right, then you schedule the test based on the scheduling. I think they have almost every week they have exam schedule posted, so you can choose any date you want it based on the schedule. So, all right, then you prepare for it by studying, hopefully. And actually, there's some sites you can go to and get some tutorial, but you need to pay for extra. But I don't think you want to do that, because it's based on what you have learned, based on, hopefully, you understand the material. I think many of you just pass without extra tutorials, extra workshop, and things like that. All right, then there's some things you need to remember before taking tests. Bring or just show ID if it's online and so forth, just like you are taking ProctorU exam. Okay, and then you take it. In terms of the time, I believe it is 50 minutes. Okay, 50 minutes, not even 1 hour. So I think there's some time issue. Okay, so you don't want to kind of, spend too much time on one particular exam, one particular question or two, because time will fly pretty quick. So then once you finish the exam, and you receive the score right away on the screen, so you know what you get. Okay, then afterwards, then they're going to send you the results. If you pass, then you're going to get the certificate, the electronic certificates, as well as other stuff like a badge and things like that. Okay. So any question about this? Question, comments? All right. So again, advantage of this, you get test credit. Then, you have your certificate, electronic certificate from official Microsoft. Okay, because there are different types of certificate. Some people claim it's a Microsoft Excel, but some of them are not really official. But this is official Microsoft Office, certificate. So a little different from those. All right. So how those tests look like? I think that's kind of some of you may wonder. So I'm going to show you kind of most likely. It's not exactly the same. I think it is very similar as what you're going to get in the tests. So again, it's not really Excel sheets you're going to get, but you're going to have a simulation. I think some of you have taken, publishers website, the publishers learning tool, then they have some simulated package. It's more like it. So you're going to get simulated software and looks like Excel, works like Excel, but it's not really Microsoft Excel per se. But anyways, it looks like this. You're going to have this screen, then give you 4 or 5 different sheets. So each worksheet, you have multiple tasks, multiple questions to answer. So here's the first one. Project 1 has 4 different tasks. Okay, here we go. First one, they're asking to create a conditional formatting, as you can see. Use conditional formatting, apply green with dark green text. Here's a condition, values greater than 20,000, right? So that's one of tasks you need to do. So what is it? G, right? G, I think I already tried it. So G7 through G34, you highlight that. Then you go to conditional formatting right here in the toolbar, highlight greater than 20,000. So you type 20,000 here. Then make sure you have the correct color. Must green filled with a dark green. There you go. Then you click OK. Right? Just like you have done. I'm sure you know how to do it. So, and second, sort. Okay, that's the multiple sort. You sort by sales representative, then by total revenue. So sales representatives here, right? Then you have total revenue, that's right here, the last column. So this is what we call multi-sorting, right? Multiple sorting, multi-column sorting. So you go to Data tab, because that's where sorting can be found. There's a sorts in the toolbar. Then you select, it's already actually selected sales. Then you select total revenue. But depending on what kind of order you want, A to Z is first one, then largest to smallest, okay? Then you click OK, right? So that's pretty straightforward, as you can see. It's not that difficult. Of course, there are a few steps are a little difficult, but that was first project. Second project, see what we get. Okay. What is this one? This looks like you just do the calculation, right? Just simply multiplication. So multiply quarter 1 by quarter 2. And then C8, and what is C8? Right here, there you go. Actually, it was not quarter 2 itself, but it was quarter 2 increased name range. Okay, so if you recall, name range or range names that's listed in the name box right here. So quarter 2 increase, where is it? Right here. So quarter 2 increase is 102%. Okay, instead of just use 102%, what you do is show formula view. You enter the name range, which is quarter 2 increase, which is same thing as 102%. It's also same thing as B29. Right? So there are different ways to enter cell reference. You can add 102%, which is the physical number, or you can enter, what was that? B29, which is the cell reference name, or you can enter a name range, which is quarter 2 increase. So depending on how the question is asked. And change the horizontal alignment cells, name sales rep. Oh, okay. So what it's asking is just, this A8 through A18. So give a indent, okay? So I guess it was like I think it's already applied. So what it's saying is increase the indent or decrease the indent right here. Okay. So it was like this before. So you just increase the indent because what it says, change the alignment, meaning that increase the indent. So I increase the indent. So you have a space right before whatever the name. Then here's insert the spark line, okay, to G8 through G13. It's already entered actually. I did it already, but let's do it here. So here, so you're gonna go to insert. Spark line is one of those toolbar. Where's my spark line? Right here. Oh no, here. Spark line. Okay. Which spark line? Column spark line. So here's a column spark line. Then compare Q1 through Q4 values. So basically highlight that, right? I guess. There you go. So that the line represents the values. Actually, I should better go this way. Okay. The larger the bar, or the bigger the bar, the higher number, basically, right? So that's a spark line. So I don't want to go all the way, but that's that's kind of examples you're gonna get. Project 3, what we got here? Filter. Okay, so again, filter is on the data tab. Right here, filter, right? Apply title style. Where's the style? That's on the home tab. Right here, styles. We got a bunch of different styles over here, right? Could it be heading, title, or whatever. Or theme the cell style. Name the range. Again, the name range is mentioned again. So name the range A9 through B18. So A9 through B18. This area, we're going to name this area as order underscore info. So you go here in the name box, you type order underscore info and press enter. Then this area becomes order underscore info, so that you can refer this area as order info rather than putting into A9 through B11. Okay, so that's the task 3. Project 4. What we got here? Oh, this time we're going to enter function, right? What is this? Oh, this is if function, looks like. Asking to create a if function. I9. What is I9? I9 is there, right? I9, we're going to enter function, if function. The condition is total column. The value is in total column. Here, this value is greater than 12,000. Okay, then you're going to show as a popular. Otherwise, you leave it as a blank. So what does it mean by otherwise? Meaning total number is less than or equals to 12,000, then it'll leave it as a blank. So as you can see here, popular is showing up, meaning this number is greater than 12,000. And this number, which is right below 9,169, is less than 12,000. So you got blank, same thing, blank, blank. But however, this number is greater than 12,000, you show as a popular. And next one is blank. Next one has popular because this number is larger than 12,000. Okay, so that's using if function. So that's one, those functions will appear, either if function or VLOOKUP. That's the kind of popular function they use. Oh, here we go. This is interesting. Task 3. So cell M8, actually I did it already, but M8, insert a function so that you can create a company email. This is company emails example, right? By joining first name in the employees column. So what it's saying is, here's the employees, here you go. Here's the first name. Then this is their company email. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to combine this first name and email address and make it just like that. Okay. So what functions we can do, we can use to combine and put it into a single cell or single column. The function we can do is, they can do is concat function, okay? CONCAT function will combine multiple values and multiple columns into one, then make it single cell, just like that, okay? Every followed by whatever email. So what you can do is concat, then the email, the employee's name, which is right here, L9, comma, then you have a double quotes so that it will be appended right after that with email, company's email. So I think the concat function is another Microsoft favorite function. Okay, and let's take a look, because I was looking for charts. So here we go. Project 5 is creating charts. Of course, they're going to ask you about charts. Okay, pie chart. It's not just creating pie chart. They ask you to edit your chart, because your pie chart doesn't look too good. Doesn't make any sense. Look at this. You have only one pie. So they ask you to swap the data. So what you do is select the pie. You look up here, chart design, then select the data. Then they ask you to swap the data. So we're going to switch. There you go. They should be correct, because they represent, pie represent each program, okay? Before, it doesn't make sense. See that? That doesn't make any sense, because it has only one pie or single pie, because the data was not selected correctly. So here we go. Select the data, then you switch row and column, then you click OK. So that's what it's asking. Task 2, expand the chart data, include enrollment 21. Right now, as you can see, if you click the chart, the data select is enrollment 2020, right? So they want you to include 2021. So how are you going to do that? Then just go to select the data again and see whether we can include it by add, and right here, see what happens. Did it include? Not really. Let me look at it again. Okay, there you go. Edit. Okay, I'll just do edit it rather. Let's see what I didn't select the correct one. Oh, okay, right here. Oh, yeah. I was looking at wrong. Like that. There. Okay, now it's included. I think the other one did it too, but I thought it was not included. So anyway, so that's how you're gonna add it. Then apply chart style. It's right there, right? Chart style. So, I don't know, maybe 10 different styles, so you can choose from. So as you can see, just somehow they have only pie chart, but other times they have column chart, line chart, things like that. But I don't think they gonna have too many questions on chart, because that can create a time issue, right? So I guess typically they ask only 1 or 2 different charts questions. All right. Any questions? Comments, questions? No problem. All righty. Yeah, and I can find probably other versions, because there are multiple versions I can find. There are not many actual tests available, because it's, they don't publish or anything. But I think I can get another version, hopefully, So if any of you interested in, just let me know. Alrighty. About the tests. So let's take a look. Tests 2, ProctorU Test 2. There you go. So now you can see where this format of the test comes from, right? This look like the actual Microsoft certificate exams format, right? Actually, this is more difficult than Microsoft stuff, I believe. Anyway, so let's take a look. I'm going to make it a little bigger, hopefully. There you go. All right, so the set number 1. I know I couldn't tell exactly, but I know a few of you may take it again or something, but doesn't matter, because I'm going to have another version. So, all right. Anyway, so here we go. So we're going to find turnover percent by using these 2 columns, total and turnover, right? So we have turnover number out of total, so that'll give us percentage up to 21, age 21. Right? Then we're going to apply in age 22, apply average function. Averageable, whatever we have in that column. Right, so average 15.125. Then there's one more step we need to do. Afterwards, we're going to insert round function, round to the 1 decimal place. So I'm going to go back into my average. Then I'm going to insert round function. Then I'll just go to the end of all of this, comma. Then you're going to insert how many decimal places. So 1 decimal. So number 1, then closing. There you go. But I think it was not successful because it doesn't show you 1 decimal, right? So I think it's because of the way Excel is set up. Actually, round functions sometimes give you some sort of, I think it's kind of bug and doesn't give you exact decimal places because it give you all those floating number issues. So as long as you apply round function with a 1, that's enough, okay? Even though it doesn't show you only 1 decimal places. Right? Or another way we can do is, if you want to show 1 decimal places exactly, then we can reduce decimal places, right? Something like that. Something like that. But again, you know, that's as long as you apply the round function with the 1 decimal place, that's fine. Okay, then we have a rank in column K. So we're going to rank based on what? Column I, which is 24 budget. So rank out of that against all other numbers, right? Then what you're going to get? You're going to get, don't forget, insert absolute cell reference. Right there. Then this will give you a total, should not have rank, okay? Only up to 21. I need to change that. That's up to 21 only. Okay, like that. However, where is it? It's the lowest, highest. Okay, right now it's highest to lowest, right? The highest number get rank 1, right? So to do that, you want to make it ascending, right? Rather. So here we go. The lowest number, which is this number, get rank number 1. The highest number will get the last order, right? 8. So again, it's the syntax. And default is without 1, which is descending order. The highest number will rank number 1. Right? Then we look up to here, right? M14. So here's what's happening. Okay. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to retrieve those corresponding value, department, MD, RN. It's in the same order appear right here, right? So what we're trying to do is we're trying to retrieve, for example, in this example, we are using EMR, but EMR has department emergency and how many MDs, I guess, there's 12, RN 27, support 36, total 75, whatever those number will be retrieved, right? So that's what we're trying to do using VLOOKUP. Okay, so here we go, VLOOKUP using ICU. It was not actually EMR. So ICU, then make sure it has a absolute cell reference for ICU, which is M14. Then area we're going to use is this area, entire area, right? Well, where we're going to up to? Right here? Yeah. A14 through J21. Again, don't forget the absolute cell reference. Comma, then number 2, which is column number, and false at the end. What I got here? I thought I had an error. M14. Why do I have error? Maybe something to do with ICU. Is that right? ICU has a blank. Yes, no. Then why do I have error? Okay, A14 through J21. Yeah, that's no problem, right? M14. Oh, gee, look at that. I think I'm so tired today. False. All right. That's a typo. All right. Then rest of the column, you can just type it in one by one and change this number to 3, 4, 5, as you move down. But what I'll do is just copy, right? Then I'll just change to 3, 4, 5, I think it's right, hopefully, 6, 7. So far, so good. No, what's happening here? 5. Yeah. 7, 8, right? 8, 9, 10. And there you go. That's returning value from this table, right? Some of them are showing as a, just fraction. You can change it to percentage if you want it. This number that should not be, right? It should be general. There you go. Or dollar amount. There you go. Any question about VLOOKUP? Yeah, I'm going to answer to those questions later. Okay. All right, what about if? So if statement, step 7, enter the if function. So we're dealing with the turnover percent, this number, right? This number is greater than 20%, you show as a high turnover. 10% normal turnover, otherwise low turnover. I think this is good setup. If percent is greater than 20%, make it short. %. Wait a minute. Percent is forgotten. Show as a normal. Otherwise, low. Any typo? Yeah, there you go. Double quotes. Don't forget double quotes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Double quotes. Okay. High. Normal. Otherwise, it's low turnover. Okay. There you go. Normal. Because 14.28. It is, right? That's between 10% and 20%. So it should be normal. All right. There you go. Any question about F? All right. Set 2, creating charts. Well, first of all, here's the issue. Okay, I think it happens many times. You get the data, but the data type is not correct. Right? This is what's happening here. A column E says profit margin, but this number are not actually percentage. It's a general. If you look up, okay, so you need to convert into percent style. Okay, well, you can manually just type it in, right? 20%, like that, instead of 20. If you just trying to change 20 to percent, you just make it a really huge number. Okay, right here. So 2,000%, because it's 20 it's like converting. Percent, it will be 2,000%. So you should not do that. Instead you just type it in 20%, or maybe set up conversion, take this number and multiply by 0.02. Why 0.01? Why am I doing 0.01, right? Then you switch to percent style. There we go. So that's how you're going to convert by entering the formula. Okay. So you just want to use this number instead of this general number, because again, this is not percent. This is the percent style. Okay. All right. So that's the first step. Okay. So that's what it says. You must be showing as 20%, 50%, and so forth. So if you have like 2,000% or 1,500%, that's not right, because the number is too big. Okay, so that's a step 0. Step 1, you creating line chart. I'm sure you can do it pretty quick. Line chart, then column chart, right, with product name and unit sold. Okay, then pie chart using sales for all region. So let's do this pie chart. Okay, sales and all regions, those two. Okay, insert a recommended chart, pie chart It's not in the recommended area, so I go to all chart, pie. So what you see is this pie is too many slices, right? And those regions like north, south, whatever are repeated because it's repeated if you look at this data. That's not what we want, right? Excel doesn't do it for us, so we should do it manually, okay? So one way you can do it is you can count this each region one by one. So note how many nodes, just add them up. Same thing, south, east. But I think it's taking too long time. So the other way is using pivot table. So you go to Insert tab, pivot table. So pivot table is a user interface you can do kind of organize your data more efficiently. Okay, give you more dimensions. So again, insert pivot table, click OK. What's going on here? Let me do it again. Pivot table. Table name is not valid to create a pivot table. It must be used data organized in the list labeled columns. Okay. So let's just choose this. Select those two columns. Pivot table. There you go. So I select particular column rather than just, rather than just not choosing it, columns, the Excel says you should select particular columns for your pivot table. So I select those two columns. Then I went to Insert, then you click Pivot Table. Then you click OK. You don't have to choose anything from here, just click OK. Okay. Then there you go, give you this new worksheets so that with this column, which is region, cell, once you click both of them, it'll put it into this area. This section says row and the other will go to values. So in value section, that's where those number will calculate it, kind of statistical stuff. So as you can see right here, and so with this, we can create a pie chart, right? So you can go to insert pie, or you can just from pivot table toolbar, then you click pivot chart. It's right here in the toolbar. So you can choose pie chart right away. Okay. So with this pie, we can insert a data label, one option, percent, and all that, outside end. Okay. So that's what you're going to get here. Okay. And the other chart, what we have here is combination chart. Right? We have histogram, but histogram is straightforward. So combination chart using sales and profit. Is that right? Sales and profit. Product name. Okay, those three. Profit margin, right? There you go, those three. And third, recommended chart, all chart, combo chart. Right here, we're going to select as instructed. Okay, so sales is column, profit margin line with a secondary vertical axis. Is that it? There. Yeah. Then we're going to put it into new worksheets. Combo. There you go. Then let's see what it says. Maximum value secondary vertical axis 28%. We'll remove the legend. Okay. So this might show 28% at the top, right? So that's what it says, maximum value. So here we go. Right now it's 30%. We're going to change it to 28%. There you go. And what else was it there? Oh, axis title, right? Axis title goes into primary vertical and secondary vertical. So you show axis title, primary vertical, secondary vertical. Then you go there and type it in the box, title box, and the other side too. Then remove the legend. And it's just legend. Where's my legend? There you go, legend. You can just delete it. All right. So that was charts. What we got in set 3? Set 3 is the workday and network days. Okay. So workday function will show the date after a certain number of days. Network days function will calculate how many days between two dates. Okay. So here we go. F8. So we're going to use the workday function. Workday function between for this date, right? After 10 days, 10. So it's going to fall into 15 because we're counting on your work days. You know, skipping all those other days, we can set things like that. Right? Then G8, this time network days. Again, we're going to count how many days between two dates, how many working days between two dates. So we're going to insert F7, comma F8. No, the other way around. F7 to F8, 11 days, right? Then we're going to just autofill because it's going to basically repeat it. There's a formula view. All right. All right, now last question. So what type of chart is best for comparing males and female? Right here in the gender column. So which type of chart is the best to describe this gender? I'm asking actually. Well, I'm sure you understand, right? The pie chart. Well, of course, column chart can do it, but and at the same time, I ask you create a pie chart, so we can create a pie chart using gender column. So you're going to highlight gender, how many? Oh, we have like 55. Insert, recommended chart. There's no pie chart in the recommended area. So let's go to pie. I still don't have it, right? Let's just apply whatever we have here and see. And see, this is what Excel will do. See that Excel create a pivot chart, pivot table for us, right? See that? Excel created by itself, pivot table. Female, 19, male, 30. So you can actually count them manually and put it like that, then insert the pie chart. But that's not really a good idea, right? Because especially if you have like hundreds of items. So because Excel give us right away, we can just change the chart style. So go to design of this chart, then change the chart type to pie there. Then I think something else that we need to do. Okay, then just move this chart to I6, like this area, okay. All we do is just cut and paste or move chart. All right. Any questions? Anybody? Question? No? No questions? Everything good? Well, I'm still working on the grading. You know, it's going to take a couple of days. But if you have any questions while, you know, I'm working on it, let me know. All right, so I really wish you guys, you know, considering taking Microsoft certificate, you know, because you're taking Excel course, you know, there's make a good sense you take that certificate exam while you're doing this, right? So think about it. And if you have any questions, you need help, let me know.